People that are super into money, they're avaricious. Now they are put on pedestals. They are called driven. A person that's filled with pride, greed for more. I mean, we had the famous movie Wall Street. Gecko, he was talking about the greed is good in all its forms, you know. Really, people buy into this big time. And this becomes the standards for society to pursue. In the Bhagavad Gita, there is a famous verse that says, whatever a great man does, the common man is sure to follow. And this is truth. And so when the most influential people in society are rappers and, I don't know, man, it's just like, you know, and people that are really actively promoting all forms of decadence and everybody thinks that this is normal, this is what you should be doing. The problem is, as soon as you go down that path, it is guaranteed that you will fail, utterly fail, to really experience real fulfillment, actual happiness. You will never experience the reality of actual love. Things that are very dear and very important to us. But people become addicted. They become conditioned by these ideas, and they aggressively pursue things that lead to great misfortune for humanity at large. For the saintly person, one who is actually self-realized, they gaze upon human society and their heart is utterly broken. They feel such pain at watching where people are going. They feel pain not because of the activities that are being performed, but because of the fact that these activities will lead to great suffering, great and endless suffering for humanity at large. The spiritual experience is a whole nother world. It is a whole nother experience. It is easily available to everyone. It is not just for great saints or great seekers, heroic individuals who, you know, are going to cut themselves off from the world. No, a person can fully live within the world and be like a lotus. If you have seen beautiful lotuses growing, they can exist in the filthiest water, but they rise above that water and they bloom in the most amazing, and I mean, they're just beautiful to see, and their fragrance is unbelievable. Each of you, by learning this process or this path, the yogic path, can live this kind of life. Doesn't matter what age you are, it's never too late. By practicing specifically this process of mantra meditation, this process of kirtan, it is so profoundly potent. It can bring about such personal transformation that in this very lifetime, and while living amongst others in seemingly ordinary life, one can attain the same level of self-realization and God-realization of the great sages of the past. So our invitation is for you to accept this gift of this transcendental sound, this practice, if one can add it to their life, even a little tiny bit, but regularly. And if one wants to seriously consider trying to pursue and cultivate a real understanding of this wisdom that is the foundation of the yoga system, I can promise every one of you a life that will be utterly worthwhile, utterly fulfilling, and a death that will not move you, it will not touch you. You will be able to transcend the biggest freak out of your life, which is yet to come. The one thing that you cannot avoid. If you are born, you will die. Okay? Was that too serious or what? Does anybody have any questions? Did I go over time? What's the time? 45 minutes exactly. Well, that's probably a little bit long for this audience. I don't know. I can go on for hours. I'm sorry. I find this personally really thrilling. You know, to cultivate, to have received this gift of this knowledge and then apply it to your life and watch your personal transformation. And it's got nothing to do with whether you're a great person or a lousy person. Or the potency of the message and the process is such that it really brings about personal transformation to such a degree that the way in which you see others, the way in which you see this world, the way in which you see your own life, everything completely changes. And it's not a question of an artificial attempt, because the way that you see things changes. Automatically, you live a different type of life. You live a very purposeful life, a very fulfilling life.